Hello Earthlings and other species I may not be familiar with. I just slammed my finger in my chair as I was unfolding it. Ironically, it's this finger. I apologise for swearing. Anyway, I finally have my review up for my Sleek Makeup Howdee-haie Garden of Eden palette. It's a minimal based eyeshadow palette, what ranges about £7.99. Let's get into it. Okay, so start with the pricing, might as well. £7.99. Now Sleek did used to be around £4.99. Good few years ago, but as their quality's gone up, so has the prices. Still drugstore range, so I am not at all fazed by that. This is my first proper, this is my first Sleek makeup, and I'm not disappointed. I know I had to spend more than people that were Sleek fans a few years ago, but I'm glad with what I got for my money. Okay, packaging. You have this nice suave kind of satin matte finish package. It comes in a box like this, which feels kind of similar, but more boxy. Very pretty, and at the back you can see some suggestions to how to use the makeup. It says Sleek Makeup here, and it's written quite dainty. Inside, without trying to blind you, you have the colours. Now, I do know the packaging, if I do that it might work a bit better. I do know that the actual product itself used to be like a gritty look. It had like a weird indentation about it, but since they've upped their prices, they've also upped perhaps the formula or just the general look of the eyeshadows themselves to look more flat and, you know, like a regular eyeshadow would look. So it features 12 shades ranging from bright sort of awakening shades to more of a deep grungy kind of feel of colour. So I'm just going to swatch the colours now for you, tell you their name and give you a little bit about them. Camera might not entirely pick them up, but let's try. First one is called Gates of Eden, and it's just this goldish bronze sort of shimmery colour. It's very soft to touch. It glides on really nicely actually. It does separate a little bit throughout the day, but that might just be my primer underneath. Really pretty colour. The next one, this pinky shade next to it, is called Eve's Kiss. It's like a pinky mauvish undertoned colour. Very girly, very light, a pearly shade. Next one's called Paradise on Earth. Now I do think it's like a darker version of Eve's Kiss. It's got more of a brownish undertone, but it still has that pink kind of glow. You can see so far a lot of the colours are shimmery. There are like 2 or 3 matte shades that we'll get to see in a second. The next one is called Python. It's like a deep dark brown with flecks of goldish glitter in them. Next to that is Forbidden. It's a dusky kind of ashy grey. Next is our first matte shade, and it's called Flora. It's directly under Gates of Eden, right there horizontally. It's a dark brown chestnutty shade, very nice for adding definition to the eyes. Underneath that is Entwined. I actually think it's a less shimmery version of Paradise on Earth, and it's more of a sort of lighter toned brown. Underneath that, which I'm having a real troublesome time showing on my skin, is called Adam's Apple, and it's a light green. It's our second matte shade. This one here is a very shimmery mid-tone green with green goldish flecks, and it's called Fig. The one beside that is called Evergreen. It's a darker version of Fig with the same undertoning glitters. Fauna is the next green shade, and it might be my favourite in the palette. It's a deep dark green with more shimmer. And lastly, the one I find the most opaque is called Tree of Life, and that's just this deep dark green with no shimmer and our third matte colour. Okay, now after I've shown you those, I would like to talk a bit more about the brightness of the shades. It's pretty much the shimmery shades, which mostly the whole palette consists of. I do have a hard time actually getting a good pigmentation. That's mostly with, I'm going to say, Eve's Kiss and Forbidden, which are these two here. It's just that, I don't know, I think it might just be my skin tone, but if I really want to try and get it on, I have to pack it on. And with those colours, because they're quite light and whimsical, you want sort of a light flush of the colour. But where I pack it on, obviously it's going to look a bit more caked, and I'm just a bit disappointed with those. Adam's Apple, which is this one, is another one that I find pretty difficult to actually see on my skin. It's very, very light and it has only the faintest hint of colour. That's just for me. Other than that, the opaqueness of the colours is very great, especially the Tree of Life, which is the dark green colour I showed you guys earlier. Now, as of the texture, I really, really, really do like the texture. The formulation is very soft, like it just feels like butter gliding on. They've almost got like a creamy feel, but they're not. They're full mineral-based eyeshadows, but it's just the texture as they go on. It just feels very creamy and soft, which is a great thing. It doesn't irritate my eyes or anything like that. I know that the ones, like the palettes before the prices went up, like I tried to explain in the beginning, I don't think I did it very good justice. It had like this weird cross-hatch pattern on the pigments, and I've borrowed my friend's one before, and it felt, I don't know, when I was wearing it, it didn't feel as soft as the palettes do now. So yeah, that's something to look out for. Other than that, I am really, really, really pleased with the palette. The colours and the makeup looks you can do are just beyond reckoning. I think they are absolutely stunning. The packaging is exactly, it's sleek, it's slick, it's pretty and simple, but it's edgy. It looks very professional, and that's what I like about it. I mean, you never know, I might one day become a makeup artist, I won't, but it's just something professional and affordable to carry around. Not so big either, so you can easily drop it in a bag if you want to touch up during the day. Pricing's not bad, and all in all, I just really love this palette. So if you liked this video, you can check out the makeup tutorials I've done with them. They're linked below, and I'll also have the other two sleek palettes that I have. I'll do a review on them some point soon as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I will speak to you guys sometime soon in the future. Bye.